Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. You're watching Vegucation, and today's episode is all about organic. And I am very excited about this topic, probably embarrassingly so.
I think that so many people, I guess it's organic sometimes is this term of like, I don't know what it is, elevated,
Yeah.
or
And
like
there's-
my organic friend Britt.
I received that because there is nothing fake about me. I'm all natural and organic, baby, okay? But I know what you mean because in my family, to be honest, before I became more knowledgeable about this kind of stuff, I had the mindset of like, well, why would they put something as organic? Like it's coming from nature, like obviously it's organic. And
Right.
kind of like thought it was like a scam or like you said, a way to get like an extra $2 for a piece of fruit.
Yeah, I actually am going to read this definition, and that's just because it is long, and I want you guys to be clear on what it actually is. So the U.S. Department of Agriculture, so when you see that USDA certified organic food sticker,
It's green.
yes. That means that these organic foods are grown and processed according to federal guidelines addressing, among many factors, soil quality, animal raising practices, pest and weed control, and use of additives. Organic producers rely on natural substances and physical, mechanical, or biologically based farming methods to the fullest extent possible. Produce can be called organic if it's certified to have grown on soil that had no prohibited substances applied for 3 years prior to their harvest. So what does that mean? They have to have 3 years of none of the things that are prohibited on that soil before they can get that USDA organic label.
So the prohibited things they're not allowed to have in the soil for the 3 prior years are
so
what?
prohibited substances include most synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. Unfortunately, glyphosate is not one,
Oh,
but
no.
glyphosate residue is now in our rainwater. So
Okay.
avoiding it is very, very difficult, although we did have a big break this year because the state of New York, I believe, banned glyphosate.
Okay.
So I am hopeful that more states are going to hop on board.
Okay. So really long definition that
Yes.
explains what organic is, but
Yes.
ultimately there are regulations and rules attached to slapping that sticker on a product, right?
Correct.
And speaking of slapping a sticker on a product,
Slapping a sticker.
slap that thing. When you go into the grocery store in your produce section, first of all, like one of my first jobs was in a grocery store. And
Really? I don't think I knew that.
one of my first jobs was in a grocery store.
What was it called?
It's a family-owned brand. Unfortunately they sold, so they're no longer around. But it was called U-Crops.
I worked at Pomida. Have you ever heard of that?
Have not.
I don't even know if they're still around.
So if you're from Richmond, you know U-Crops. They are famous for. They had these really good rolls, but it was a family-owned grocery store. And I just remember when I was there, I started out as a courtesy clerk, which is like
Okay.
a bagger. Then I graduated to a cashier, and I never forgot. For bananas, the code is 4011. People must have been buying a lot of bananas in Richmond because I never forgot it. But those little stickers and those little numbers, is there a meaning attached to them?
For sure. So when you have a sticker that has a 4-digit number starting with a 4.
Okay, like a banana.
Like a banana, that is conventionally grown produce. So that is going to have all the herbicides, pesticides, all the chemicals that they spray on everything. They took no expense to spray the best on that.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Great.
So that's conventionally grown. Is it terrible all the time? No. Fruits and vegetables are always going to be better than no fruits and vegetables. So if conventional grown is the only thing that you can get and the only thing you have access to, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
So moving on to how can you tell if it's organic if there's no signage. So on the sticker, that's going to be a 5-digit code leading with the number 9.
Okay.
So for bananas, that would be 94011.
94011.
Yes. So that's how you know it's organic produce.
Okay.
Now, what if it's leading with an 8? What do you think that means?
Coach Leia, I have no clue.
Well, number 8,
Like kind of organic, semi-organic,
definitely not.
organic adjacent?
That means that is a genetically modified food.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, meaning that comes from genetically modified seeds, crops, things like that.
Okay, so big pause. I did not know that there are certain foods that are identified as GMO.
Correct.
I've seen non-GMO, but I've never seen like this is for show a GMO.
Yeah, so like if you, one of my favorite, not favorite, but one of the ones that I think of is the cotton candy grapes, right? Those are not a normal food.
They start with an 8?
Most cotton candy grapes.
Oh, that is a
yes.
devastation to my soul because I look forward to cotton candy grape season so much.
That's fine. Your body must love GMOs.
I thought it was like just crossbreed. Like
A crossbreed of grapes?
yeah, like you take a red grape, like a regular
cotton
red
candy?
and a regular green, and like marry them.
Like you stick a cotton candy
The
in a
more
cage
that I
and
talk
grape
about
in a cage.
it, the more that
and they
it
have
makes sense.
and they have a baby.
The more, yeah, saying it out loud, it sounds like duh. Of course.
Okay.
So, okay, we talked about labels. We talked about produce. Let me ask you this: is there a way that a USDA certified organic sticker can go on something that it broke the rules? Is there a way for them to skirt the system?
No. I mean, the red tape that they have to go through to get that organic label, not to mention the cost that's involved in it, because there is a cost involved in it, and there's a lot of testing and things that have to go through, and they have to have a certain percentage that is organic. So I think there's a 5% that can be non-organic.
Okay.
But the rest is, I believe, 95% organic.
Now, speaking of organic, one of the things that introduced me into the plant-based world at your recommendation was I went through this program, and we talked about this last season, with my family at Green Fair Organic Restaurant, or Organic Cafe.
Yep.
And Green Fair is one of, I think there's like less than 10
Yes.
certified organic restaurants
In the nation.
the entire country. So why is that there's only 6?
Again,
Or 8?
because red tape. You think
Yeah.
of everything that they have to go through, and I don't know, but I would love to have Gwen on to talk more about what that certification actually entails, because it's a lot of red tape to make sure that everything that's coming out of your restaurant is certified organic.
That stinks.
It does stink, but support those restaurants. But if you are in Herndon, Virginia, go to Green Fair.
Green Fair Organic Cafe, because we love it.
We do.
Being organic, that restaurant, they also have no added oil, no added sugar, no added salt. Would all organic restaurants that are listed across the nation, they operate that same way, or they have a different style?
Yeah, not necessarily, because you could be a certified organic restaurant and still serve certified organic meat, right? You don't, certified organic
Doesn't
doesn't
necessarily mean vegan.
plant-based. Yeah,
Okay, so that's interesting.
because there's also organic meats,
That's right.
organic dairy.
That's right.
You know, they'll go through the same things.
Okay. Well, I think we have a whole lot more in store. I'm learning a lot, as I always do. So you guys stick with us. We'll be right back. We have more of education when we come back.